Welcome to our next video. In this video I want to show you how we can configure DHCP server. So we have Windows 10 here. So this is Windows 10. And then we have our DHCP server is up and running. So we have DHCP already installed. So let me show you how you can be able to uninstall the DHCP server. So click on Manage, remove roles, then you click Next. You click Next, select the role that you want to uninstall, that is the DHCP server. Click Remove, so it is removed. Then click Next. Next, restart the destination server, yes, then click Remove. So that is how to remove the DHCP server. So the next thing after we have removed the DHCP server, we make sure that our network adapter doesn't provide DHCP. So let's disable DHCP from our network adapter. So you go to the servers, change settings, click yes, then you wait to load. Then you make sure you disable the DHCP services on this server. So just click use the local DHCP. So you adjust and check it and then click apply. Okay. So the reason why we remove the DHCP server on the network interface, so that it will not lease our IP address to any client. So we want only our server to be a DHCP server. So that's the reason why we remove the DHCP services on virtual network adapter. So meanwhile, as we wait this one to remove, we go to Windows. So let's right click here, then go to Open Network and Internet Settings. Then we choose change adapter options. You double click on adapter, click on properties, double click on version 4, then you just click obtain, click OK, OK, and close. So right now let's see. So it is still obtaining the IP. So let's just close it. So let's open a command prompt. So cmd. So now we can be able to type ipconfig/all so that we can be able to see which one is the DHCP server. ipconfig/all. So the DHCP server is 254. Likely is this server. So we are going to type ipconfig/release. So that whenever we renew, it will be able to obtain the IP address automatically from our new configured DHCP server. So let's just wait this one, our server to restart, so that we can be able to install the DHCP server, and then now we can be able to configure. So remember, most of the server roles, you normally install it first, and then after you install, you configure it. So let me just put an password. Yeah, so this is okay. So let's wait to load the server manager so that we can be able to install and configure our DHCP. Yeah, so the role has been uninstalled. So now we can be able to install. So now let's just wait for it to finish. So we are now going to install it, and then now we configure, then we test with Windows 10 if it can be able to obtain an IP address from this server. So that's what we want to do. So meanwhile, as it removes, let's check the IP address of this server. So the server currently has an IP address of 10.10.10. So meaning the DHCP server from Windows 10. So our DHCP server now should read IP address of 10.10.10.10. That is the IP address of our main server. So this is okay. Now we can close. So let's install So you can go to dashboard, add a role, next, just accept the default settings, check the DCP role, add features plus other features, next, then install. So that's how we can be able to install. Then after we install, we commit, and then we make sure we configure the network address, the DHCP name, network address, default gateway, DNS, exclusion of IP addresses, and other things. And then now we test from Windows 10 if it can be able to obtain IP address automatically from our server 1. So we have server 1 here. This is, so don't worry about server 2. Server 2 is off. So we have server 1 in Windows 10. So within a short time it will be over. Then we start now doing configuration. So that's how we can be able to do the DHCP. And remember, DHCP, it can be a router. DHCP can be a Linux server. It can be a switch. So you can have just a dedicated DHCP server. It's not necessarily to be Windows, but it's advisable that you need to have Windows server for management. So now it is complete. Click now complete DHCP configuration, or you can just click this notification. So click complete. Then now you can click on next, then commit. So all is done. Close. Then now you go to the feature. So you go to tools, DHCP. Then after DHCP, now you can be able to, let's expand server, expand IP version 4. Then now we are going to create a scope under server manager or server option. So right click on IP version 4, then click new scope. Then you click next. The scope name is LAN DHCP. That's the name of the DHCP. So description, it's not necessary, but you can just describe this. Click next. Start IP 10.10.10.1 all the way to 10.10.10.254. This is /24. This is /24. Then you click next. You want to exclude the IP address of the server, so let's exclude from 10.10.10.1 all the way to 10.10.10.10. So exclude up to the server, then you click next. Lease time, that is 1 day. Next. Do you want to configure the DHCP option? Yes, click next. Default gateway, right now we don't have the default gateway, just click next. But in case if you have the default gateway, that's the IP address of the router. But in this case, I don't have a router, so click next. Server name, the IP address of the server name, that's the name of the server. Let's see if it can resolve to its IP. So you can just remove this one. Resolve. So after you resolve, it will now resolve to the IP address of the server, which is 10.10.10.10. That is the name of the server. Then you click next. Win servers we don't have. Do you want to activate? Yes, activate. Finish. Then now you right click and refresh. The next thing we need to configure is other options. We need to configure the DNS server, so double click on DNS. So our DNS will be, so our DNS is, so this is the server name. The name of our server is server. Let's resolve it. Let's remove this one first. So our server should be not this one. So our server is, the name of our server is server. So it should resolve to the IP 10.10.10.10. So click resolve, or you can just add a manual 10.10.10. That is our server name, our DNS. That's okay. You can also In case you've forgotten earlier to configure router, you can just configure this time. We have the router there, then click OK. So that is done. Let's now try and renew. So IP renew. So within a short time, Windows 10 now can be able to obtain. So it has obtained 10.129. Let's see the DHCP server. Yeah, so now you can be able to see our DHCP server is 10.10.10.10. So you can check from the server, go to address lists, refresh, try it again, let's refresh again. So I think we have two scopes. We can just delete this one. I think we have two scopes. Yeah, we have now, we're remaining with one scope, address lists. Yeah, you can be able to see 10.10.10.129, and that is, the name is station 1, the time that obtained the DHCP, so that is the name of this. So this is station 1. You can just check the name, host name, enter, that is station 1. So that is how you can be able to see. You can also reserve it in case you want to add to reservation. You can also allow or deny. That's how you can be able to configure the DHCP. So that is all about configuring DHCP server. That's dynamic host configuration protocol role on Windows Server and testing from Windows 10. So thank you so much for watching. Like, share and subscribe, and leave a comment in case you need another video or tutorial that you want me to cover. I will just do so. Have a good day.